Hey everyone, this is Michelle with Foxy Chick Designs and Magnolia Design Company with another fun DIY project for you today. I know for my regular peeps it's going to be a little bit of a shock that I am on a Sunday afternoon because I am normally not, but I just had some inspiration to craft, so I thought I would hop on here and we would have some fun. Hope everyone is having a really good weekend. My weekend has been pretty decent. Haven't felt the greatest, but I am back to feeling somewhat better. Let's see here. Just need to get this sent. Let's see. Let's see here. Just need to get this sent over to a few places and get my laptop going. That way we are good to go. And then we are going to have some fun here. Let me get the live chat up here. And I also am going to put in my website so that you can get the stencils and products that I will be working with here. Okay, so there is that. Make sure that I can see comments. Okay, there we go. All right, so the project that we're going to do, we're going to use this Fall Breeze. You know what? Hold on. You guys can't see, and I don't like that. Hey, Darlene, welcome. There we go. So it says Fall Breeze and Autumn Leaves is the stencil that we're going to be using today, and we're going to use one of these mason jars that I picked up from the Dollar Tree. And I was trying to peel the front off of this, but it didn't work, so we're going to paint it. No big deal. And then I pulled out some maple leaves, and we may use some of those. Then I also have the topper. It's like a burlap top that came on the mason jar that we're going to put back on the mason jar. And then the colors that I've picked out for today are daffodil, our orange tiger, and our red. And so I think I'm going to do like a hot mess technique on this with these three fall colors. I don't know, we'll see how it turns out. Not real sure, but we're gonna play around, see how it comes out. Then I'm going to be painting up this mason jar with the color Cashew from Waverly Chalk Paint. Waverly Expressions, sorry about that. It's going to be in the color Cashew. It's kind of a light tan-ish color. I was trying to see what other colors that I had, because I kind of wanted to make it a neutral color, but I think the Cashew is going to work. So we're going to try that out and see. We're going to see how this goes. Worst case scenario, we don't like it, we scratch it and go back to the drawing board. I'm trying to peel some of this off because it's kind of peeled up around the edges. So I want to make sure that, you know, everything stays as it's supposed to. So anyhow, this is the mason jar, and the way it came, it looked like this. And so I was able to pull, you know, the burlap part off of it. So we're gonna have some fun with this, see how this all comes out. I keep getting these crazy pop-ups on my laptop. It's super ridiculous. Hey Sandy, welcome. So, where are my scissors? There we go. Sorry, I keep saying I know what I want to say, but it just doesn't seem to want to come out. So, anyway, we are gonna get going with this. I'm gonna grab this little paper thing here that we used last night for our project, and I'm gonna lay this down here so that I can paint it and not get on my table. So I'm gonna flip you guys down so that you can see the project, and we're gonna get started. Alright, so there we go. Let's see, can I zoom you guys in a little bit? I don't know if I can. Oh, there we go. Okay. So, I'm just going to take some of this cashew paint. Ugh. And that's not what I want to do. I need to start like opening these jars over my trash can or something, because otherwise it gets really crazy. Alright, so I'm just going to put my paintbrush in, and we're going to just start painting this up. And it may take a couple coats, we'll just have to see. You know what, I'm going to just pour a tad bit out here. There we go. Get a little bit of this out here. In my workspace. That's so not cool. So I'm going to just go back over this a little bit. Alright. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my heat tool, and I'm going to zap this a little bit and get this kind of dried up so that we can get the second coat on. Because I don't want this to look choppy. I do want it to look really cute. And I do have a couple vendor events coming up this fall, so I'm trying to build my repertoire of projects for those events coming up. But I also have stuff posted on my Mercari site. I don't have an Etsy store anymore, but I do have a Mercari store. So if you aren't familiar with Mercari, I would, suggest checking it out. I like it. It seems to work for me. And then also wanted to let you guys know we have some brand new stencils that have surfaced and are available on my website, which is pinned in the comments. We also have some more that are coming out that are going to be super, super cute. So I would ask that you guys head over to my website and take a look around and see what is available for the fall season. Okay, so that's all zapped. So now I'm going to go back in with another coat of paint, just to make sure that this is all nice and covered. We'll smooth this out really nicely. Make sure that there's no craziness going on here. And I think we've got this all nice and smoothed out. I just want to make sure that alright, so I think we've got this all done. So Labor Day is coming up. What do you guys do for Labor Day? Like what are your plans for the Labor Day holiday? I can't believe that literally 1 week from tomorrow is Labor Day, you guys. Like, our schools, most of them have already started already, and the school that is connected with our church, it starts tomorrow. So have the schools around you guys started yet, or are they gearing up for tomorrow? Oh wow, started 2 weeks ago. Goodness. Okay, is it just me, or does our school starting earlier and earlier anymore? I know when I started school, you know, like when I was in school, we started after Labor Day. We get 2 weeks out in October though. Stupid harvest. Oh. Been in session for a week. Okay. Danielle, I don't think I saw that you hopped on. Facebook is being really crazy with not letting us see comments or like who's jumping on until after the live. So if you are on here and I'm not seeing you and I have not welcomed you, please know that I am not ignoring you. It's that I'm not seeing that you hopped in. So welcome, Danielle. So you get 2 weeks off for harvest. Wow. And then do you get what? Just like a couple days off for Thanksgiving? That's crazy. I would think you'd want to use the time for Thanksgiving when families would be together than harvest. That's crazy. Wow, Darlene, you guys started 2 weeks ago too? Always start in August. Back in my day, it started after Labor Day. Yes! Yes, I feel like you know when your parents used to say, well, back in my day, or, back in my time, and it used to drive me crazy when they would say that. And now I'm saying it. Like, I'm catching myself, well, in my day. So crazy. But yeah, back when I was in school, we started after Labor Day. Yeah, the rest of the school year is about the same as other schools. Oh, okay. Danielle, where are you from again? Crazy. Yeah, my mom and dad used to be like, when I was in school or when I was a kid, we did thus and such. And it is hilarious. Idaho, okay. It's crazy now that I say that. Well, when I was a kid, or back when I was younger, it's funny how much sometimes we sound like our parents and we don't even realize it. And a lot of times it's the crazy things that we, things that drove us crazy about our parents, now we're doing. Is anyone else with me on this? Or am I the lone crazy person? About 3 hours from Boise. Okay. Alright, let me see. Okay, this just feels weird. This kind of cracked up a little bit. Nah. You know what? We'll let this come down to room temperature. You know what? Actually, I think I'm going to run over this with the heat tool. No, right there with you. Thanks, Darlene. Thanks for jumping on with the craziness with me. Make me not feel so out there in left field by myself. I just want to make sure that this paint is super dry, because I am going to be putting a stencil on it, and I do not want the paint to come up when I peel up the stencil. I think I'm just about good. But I want to make sure that this is all nice and dry. Alright, and I think it is. I'm going to let it cool back down. Come right back down to room temperature here. Alright. And it did crack a little bit, and that's okay, because that's going to give it a little bit of character. Do you wax before you stencil? I probably should, Darlene. I really probably should, but do I? No. I just fuzz the snot out of my stencil. And then I complain if it doesn't work right. So, yeah, I probably should wax. I really probably should, but I don't. The only time that I really wax is if I'm using wood and I've stained the wood, and I'll wax it. I'll wax before I put the stencil on, just so it doesn't pull up the stain. Because with stain, it doesn't really come off your stencils if it gets on the back, but the chalk paint that I use comes right off with water. So that's my thing. Just wanted to let you guys know that our stencils are made with silk screen and vinyl, and they are self-adhesive. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just lay this down on my tacky towel, and I'm going to just lay it down and pull this up a couple times just to get some lint and fuzz on the back of the stencil, and that way it takes up some of the stickiness. And if you don't have a tacky towel, you can use a regular towel. You can use your shirts. I've used my shirt, my skirt, before I got my tacky towels, and it works, just it works really good that way. So I'm just flipping it around and just getting a bunch of lint on here. And actually, I want to grab this piece right here because you want to make sure that there's no lint in your silk screened areas, because you don't want your paste to not go through your silk screens. And I have some hair on here, so I'm just pulling that off because it's right on my silk screens and I don't want that. Alright, so I'm going to lay this down one more time and I'm going to peel it up, and then I'm going to lay this down right about here. Actually, I'm going to make this a little bit. Alright. And I'm not going to put all these leaves on here because I'm going to put some of our other leaves down. But this leaf here, because it's got the ampersand in it, I am going to do that leaf. But some of these other leaves up here, I'm not going to do, because I want to glue some of these fake leaves on here. So now that I have that laid down, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open my jars of paste. I may not be able to use that yellow. We're going to have to check this out. Alrighty, and I should have, okay, not quite sure where my spray bottle went, what else is new? I think I have everything together, and guess what? I don't. I think I do, but I don't. Alright, so I'm going to pull this yellow in here and I'm going to give this a good stir, and hopefully I can get a good, let me get this stirred up a little bit to where I can use it. I think it might work. Yeah, I think I might be able to get this to work. Okay. And then I'm going to go in here with my Orange Tiger. That's all nice and stirred up, and let's see about the red here. I'm gonna have to find, you know what, I think I have my spray bottle over here. Let me, yep, there we go. I have my nice little spray bottle right here. So I'm going to go ahead and just spritz some water into the red, and we're going to get this nice and stirred up. Use a little bit more of that. And for those of you, hey Cindy, welcome. Now, for those of you watching that are Magnolia Design Company creators, just as a reminder that today is Startup Sunday, and if you do paste maintenance on your chalk paste, you won't have the problem that I'm having right now, where it's a little bit dried out. But we're getting it. Not too bad. Alright, I think I got it all nice and stirred up. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to dab some of this yellow. This orange. And then I'm going to grab some of this red. Hey Rosa, welcome. Red in here. All right. And now that I've done that, I'm going to grab just one of my little squeegees here. I'm going to start here at the top. And just very gently, I'm going to work down over the silk screened areas, making sure that they're all covered. And I am being careful because I don't want this to look muddy. I do want to make sure that all of our silk screened areas are covered, but I don't want this to get a brown tint or anything like that. And normally this would go ahead and get squeegeed right back into my jar, but because it's a mixture, I'm not going to save it. I'm going to just wipe it off with a wipe. And I'm just going to go back over this again, making sure all the excess is up, and also making sure that all of our silk screened areas are covered. All right, and I think we've got that all good. So I'm going to very gently just work up my stencil. I'm going to make sure this just comes off very gently. Trying not to pull up the paint. Just like so. And I'm just rocking it back and forth. You know what? We've got a little bit there, so I'm going to grab just a little bit there. I'm going to just squeegee over that. There we go. I think that did it. Yep, there we go. And we're going to pull that up, and voila. So then I'm going to just sit this off to the side, and I will run it under some cool water to rinse off the paste. I'm going to close up my jars because I don't want them to dry out. And before I do, I'm just going to throw a little bit of water into the jar. Before I put the lid back on. And we're just going to put a little bit in there. And because of this yellow, I'm not going to put any more water in there because it's still pretty liquidy, and I do want to make sure that cleans itself up. Alright, I'm seeing that I have a little bit of a mess right here. In there a little bit, and what I'll do is I will dry this up, and then I will go in and fix the problem. So I'm going to just go in with my heat tool. Yep, we're all dry. We'll go ahead and plug in my, I'm gonna set those off to the side. And then I can always come in with a Q-tip, and like right here where it ran a little bit, I can come in with a Q-tip and clean that all up. Same way with over here. And I don't have a Q-tip near me right now, and I don't want to walk away to go get one. So I will touch this up. And then we're gonna put this piece back up here. And let's go ahead and open up our leaves, and we will see how we want to place them. Just going to grab a couple of these, and I think we're just going to kind of layer these up a little bit. You know what, actually, we're going to do this one, that one, and that one, that one, and then let's see, I'm gonna put actually I think leave that one on top, and then this one. So I think I'm gonna just lay those kind of up there at the top like so, and that's, you know, gonna be the end of our project. So I'm going to go ahead, and I'm not going to do a bow since I'm using these leaves. So I'm going to go ahead, and I'm going to use a mixture of this Fix-It-All adhesive from the Dollar Tree. And it's a good substitute for E6000. So I'm going to use some of this, and then I'm going to use a mixture of hot glue, just because I want it to stay. Let's see. Just yet. All right, so now I'm going to just take this and I'm going to flip it over, and I'm just going to lay this down like so. Hey Sue, welcome. I'm just pushing this down and holding it just till the hot glue has enough time to adhere. All right, I think we're good there. So I'm going to grab another glue stick for my hot glue gun. And then we're going to go ahead and get these leaves down, and I'm just going to put on a finger protector so that I don't burn my fingers. And I'm going to just do some hot glue. And we're going to just lay this right there. Really want to burn my fingers. So I'm just going to grab some hot glue up in here. And we're going to just lay this down like so. And I'm just pushing them down. These really are thin, so if you do decide to use them, make sure that you're careful. So I'm going to just do that guy there. And then I'm going to do this cute little yellow one on top. Just to finish off. Just to finish them off. So there is that. And let's see here. I love how this just came out. I think this turned out super, super cute. Ugh, I gotta sneeze. Oh, excuse me. I was gonna see about putting a little like bead in the middle here, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. Actually, I have these little sunflowers that are on these little, I got these little trucks, these truck ornaments with this sunflower and pumpkin. I think I'm going to pull just the little sunflower off. And I think, yeah, actually I'm going to cut off this little stem here. And I'm going to put a little dab right there of glue. I'm going to just sit this. Do you have an acorn? No, I don't. I need to find some. All right. Make sure that this is stuck down on there. So I'm going to just use this cute little sunflower that I got off of one of those little trucks. I think this looks really cute on there. There we go. There. I like that just like that. So there is our project for this afternoon, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed creating it, and hopefully this gives you some inspiration of something that you can do yourself. And I appreciate you guys so much for popping on with me this Sunday afternoon. I know it was a rarity that I'm on live on Sunday afternoon, but like I said, I just felt like crafting with you guys, so I just thought I would hop on for a few minutes. And thank you guys so much for jumping on with me and creating with me, and I will see you guys soon. Thank you again so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye.